Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerd Core Podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 597, and it is your review of Greta Gerwig's not Lady Bird, Little Women. And as always, this is Nerd Chicana here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host Brad Young Yoda.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a wonderful. What the hell's today? Friday. It is Friday.
Friday, live and early for our patrons over at patreon.com/slash the nerdcore. At the $1 tier, you can get this episode live and early before everybody else gets to hear it on Saturday at noon Central Time. But of course, you all know where to go. Patreon.com/slash the nerdcore. $1 gets you that and more in the vault. Brad, what's up, man?
I'm just sitting here drinking a sparkling wine, drinking a bit of the bubbly.
There's a bubbly indeed,
A
right?
little bit of the bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbler. Yep. Yep. And yeah, I'm how's your day? I know you didn't work today, right?
No, I did not work today. But I did a little cleaning on the yard,
Yeah.
and uh, the composter I put together the other day, I moved it outside. So, uh,
Okay.
then I took Brenda to lunch, and we went to Home Depot. And then I got my grape clippings. I got like five more, so I got those all good and in the soil, and so hopefully those will also do what the other three are doing or four are doing and start growing.
Yeah. Well, glad you had yourself a good day, man.
Yeah,
Um
I'm pretty good.
yeah, I just worked today. I'm not making my screen debut because I've made that debut already. Um I made another acting performance for these kids films. Today I was just a fellow
Now,
stranger
now,
sitting on a bench who was gonna get stabbed in the neck.
now remember, this is not the mini. So be careful what you
Yeah.
say about the kids.
No, I'm just saying that I'm appearing in one of their films. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a stranger who got stabbed on a bench.
Yeah. In the
That
neck, and
the
yeah.
hell kind of film are they making?
It's like about a cocaine addict who's like connected with the wrong people in like a drug
Wait,
lord.
is this just Jared Leto's movie?
I don't know. I gave this this dude
What
has
was
like
Jared
a
Leto's movie? The first one?
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just went to.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Really interesting films that they're thinking about, though. But we have two filming at the same time while they're shooting, so I don't know, man. They got a really interesting
Hmm.
imagination. These kids, I'll tell you that. They were, and they're there to make sure that they can put it to work.
So when you get stabbed, was there like a blood packet or?
No, no blood pack or anything.
Okay, so they'll do that in VFX.
Director said he doesn't want that to be in VFX either, so I don't know what the hell's gonna go down.
What's he gonna do? Paint it on? I mean, I guess he could. That's old school. That's really fucking old school, but you could.
I don't know, Brad. I'm just,
Okay,
I'm just there to help him out. But
all right.
yeah, we did that. I did that. Just
So Raul got stabbed today,
apparently I did. Yeah. That's all they need me for, either to play a sheriff or to get stabbed.
and you're like, what's the one without speaking parts? Really?
Yeah, I said I do only non-speaking roles. And then when I got onto set, I said Mr. Mendoza will not be talking to anybody else but the director and the director of photography. Everybody else goes to my assistant.
Bring me a sandwich. Did you just turn into Marlon Brando?
Yeah. Like,
Gain like 60 extra pounds instead of losing any weight and wearing really dark clothing.
going the whole Joaquin Phoenix route. Like I don't talk to anybody else but the director and the director of photography. That's
Yeah,
it.
no one talked to me.
Don't talk to me. Yeah. I'm in character right now.
You ever see his movie? I think it was called Biloxi Blues.
No, I've never seen that.
That's actually pretty good.
Damn. Yeah, well, it was interesting, but like I said, use me for anything you want. I just cannot be speaking in it.
I didn't know to say anything.
Yeah, that's the way it's going. Yeah. I don't want to say anything. You can keep that for the other people, not me, not me. But yeah, today we're gonna be continuing on to look at some of these these films from Greta Gerwig as we are still going on the road to.
How many before we? How many films has Greta Gerwig done?
So she's done two by herself and one with another person.
And then the Barbie one that's
Uh,
coming out, right?
Yeah, so four.
Okay, and this one was this one by herself,
Yes.
and then the Lady Bird was the one by herself.
Yep. And then the next two we'll be covering on the channel are acting roles.
So she's done 4 movies, and
Yeah.
I mean you'll have to tune into how we feel about that, but
Yeah. You have to tune in to hear about our thoughts on Barbie when you eventually watch that. Well, Brad eventually
I'm
watches
gonna have
that.
a double feature of Barbie Oppenheimer.
Good luck, Brad. That's gonna be like almost 6 hours of your day. Good luck with that. Um, don't know how you'll be able to do that, Brad.
No,
But
I'm not gonna do that. If I had a choice to go, it'd be Oppenheimer. I would go to
yeah,
see Oppenheimer, honestly,
like
because
I need to know.
I just can't get past of how the fuck did he recreate a bomb by making a bomb?
He said that he's very flattered that people think that he'd actually be willing to blow up a bomb, but he's also scared that people believe that. I was like, it's not like we
We
don't know you, motherfucker.
from everything we know of him, this man ran a damn plane into a building, an actual plane. He didn't VFX that shit. He ran it
Nope.
into the building. So I don't want to fucking hear it.
Oh my
He probably
god.
blew up some bridges there too in Batman.
He blew it too, and he blow. Remember, he blew up the hospital
Oh, he actually blew that up, yeah,
in the Dark
because
Knight Rises. Yeah,
yeah, because
in Dark Knight.
he
I'm sorry.
because everyone knows the whole Heath Ledger thing where he's going and then it goes. It's he played it perfectly. Like that's why Ledger's like a king.
Legend, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, man. I just that's just what my day's been consisted of. Just doing all that. I finished watching soccer yesterday, and I said that I was gonna edit my video today, and I got distracted by everything else that I do at work.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome to my life.
yeah. It happens, right, Brad?
What when the phone goes off and people come into your office and then your boss is like, "Well, why haven't you done this?" It's like, "Well, because I've been so 2 weeks ago I literally had to go into our conference room, shut the doors, turn on some some of the whatever those tunes are with the cat, like the study tunes,
Oh my
turn that
god.
shit on and just fucking focus on this one goddamn thing." Because sitting in my office, people come in all the time. I get phone calls,
Hey, Bradley,
and
what's up?
my boss is like, "Hey, where's this thing?" And it's like,
You want me to
and
work, or you want people to?
which also was assigned to someone else who went on vacation. And then my boss was like, "Well, this needs to get done," and I'm just like, "All right, I will
I
do
will
it.
do it. I will do it.
You just have to leave me time to do it
Yeah.
with no distractions."
Yeah, it's like everybody else comes in here. It's like it's true, and it's like I've got like all these great people who are working at on this program. Then I've got the stuff that I'm doing for a professor right now, and it's like, well, shit. When am I ever gonna get to write these fucking cinema condition notes or what's it called or or do?
Yeah, when is my job not going to take away from the real important stuff?
Yeah, I know you need a camera, but when the fuck am I gonna get to write my notes?
Yeah, when am I going to fucking do my notes for my podcast? Fuck all y'all.
Oh my god! Like when will I get to edit my
I'm only a
YouTube
part
video?
timer here. What the hell?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh,
You're
but
gonna be doing this to me? Pay me full time with benefits,
yeah.
bitches.
All right, man. Well, either way, I'm pretty sure y'all are saying get to
I
the
was like,
fucking
it's
point
time
already.
before
I
we get
wanna.
into that to
Well,
move
I
along
wanna.
into the review.
Yeah. Well, with that said, If you have not watched Little Women 2019, by the way, I'm not talking about the one from the 90s or the one from the 80s. I'm talking about the one that was released in
Wait,
2019.
there's been multiple. Well, it is a
Yes.
very old book. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one that's been made by like that had a Winona Ryder in it.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah. That was the one from
Hmm.
the 90s. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yes. So if you haven't watched this film, then you probably want to get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the film, go ahead and get out of here. I mean, go ahead and stay in here. But either way, how any of that goes is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a five, four, three, two, one. All right, Brad. I got a little bit of like burping going on here because I just ate pizza. So we're gonna see how this goes, Brad.
I got kind of the same with the bubbly.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. But yes, Brad, there's one that came out in 1994. There's one that came out in 2017.
What? Wasn't that this one?
No, this is
Oh, the
2019, Brad.
20. Wait, so we had one in 2017, and they're like,
Oh,
"Fuck that one."
This is a TV miniseries, bro.
Oh, okay.
My God, there's a lot of Little Women stuff, bro.
There's a lot of little women everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. So long as this book exists, there's going to be fucking what's it called?
There, there's a lot of little people
Adaptation.
everywhere.
Yeah, 1949, a 2022 miniseries, a 2017 miniseries, a 1994 film, and a 2019 film. My God, bro. Yeah. Oh wait, never mind. This isn't a. No, I'm sorry. The 2022 series is not. What's it called? Adaptation. Yeah. All right, I'm getting distracted, Brad. Little Women is a 2019 coming of age period drama film written and directed by Greta Gerwig. It is the seventh film adaptation, oh my God, of the 1868 novel of the same name by Louisa May Alcott.
It was
It,
very
chron-
popular.
it chronicles the lives of the March sisters, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, in Concord, Massachusetts during the 19th century. It stars an ensemble cast consisting of Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, Florence Pugh, Eliza Scanlon, Laura Dern, Timothy Chalamet, Meryl Streep, Tracy Letts, Bob Odenkirk, James Norton, Louis Garrel, and Chris Cooper. Sony Pictures initiated the development of the film in 2013, with Amy Pascal coming on board to produce in 2015, and Gerwig hired to write its screenplay the following year. Using Alcott's other writings as inspiration, Gerwig penned the script in 2018. She was made director the same year, with the film being the second she had solely directed. Filming took place from October to December 2018 in the state of Massachusetts, with editing commencing the day after filming wrapped. Girl got to work right after that shit finished, too. God damn. Little Women premiered at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City on December 7, 2019, and was released theatrically in the United States on December 25th, 2019, by Sony Pictures Releasing. The film received critical acclaim with particular praise for Gerwig's screenplay and direction, as well as the performances of the cast, and grossed $218 million worldwide. Among its numerous accolades, the film garnered 6 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actress for Ronan, Best Supporting Actress for Pugh, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Original Score, and one for Best Costume Design. It also earned 5 British Academy Film Award nominations, with a win for Best Costume Design and 2 Golden Globe Award nominations. Cinematography is done by Yorick Lasso. What the fuck has they done before? Um, I Am in Love, Julia, When I Was a Singer, Swimming Pool, Carlos. What the hell are these, man?
What are you
Okay.
looking at?
I'm looking at his Wikipedia page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Interesting stuff here. Yeah. Don't know any of these movies, but Clouds of Sils Maria. That's a movie with what's her name? Kristen Stewart, personal shopper as well. Oh, they shot High Life with Robert Pattinson. Okay. Never
Mm.
mind. I know who this person is. All right. The editing is done by Nick Huy. Music is done by none other than Mr. Alexandre Desplat, who has worked on various
Everything.
projects. Yeah. Um, The film sits at 2 hours and 15 minutes, and on a budget of $40 million, it made $218.9 at the box
Uh,
office.
before the pandemic time. Right before the pandemic time.
I just want to know real quick
Fucking
here.
fucking good time in there, Gerwig.
Yep. How much is Barbie? What's Barbie's budget here?
Oh, you know Barbie's gonna be huge.
Oh, I know.
Every little girl. Hell, Margot
A
Robbie showed
hundred
up.
and forty-five million dollars to make this movie, Brad.
Margot Robbie showed up at the red carpet in a Barbie dress. Come on now,
Yeah, bro. They're gonna. What's it called? She's gonna make. She's about to fucking make some bank,
make
bro.
bank. It's Barbie. Like,
Yeah. No wonder. I mean, look at that, bro. Look at the return for Lady Bird. Look at the return for this one. You think they weren't gonna give her the money she asked for?
no, I mean,
She
she,
proved it.
yeah, she proved it with these.
Yeah. Well, Brad, what are your initial thoughts on Little Women?
I I genuinely liked this movie. I think it was terrific from start to finish. I didn't really think it lagged anywhere that I could for sure say. Um, you know, I go into this expecting, me and not to be like one of those movies that I would particularly like, but the plot's really good. Um, hell, it's a stellar cast. Look at those names. Just
Fucking um I'm sorry, I'll read it again. Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, Florence Pugh,
Laura
the name
Dern,
Laura Dern,
damn
Timothy
Timothy
Chalamet,
Chalamet,
Meryl fucking Streep,
Bob
Bob
Odenkirk,
Odenkirk,
James
James
Norden.
Norden.
Yeah, like come on now. Like you don't think you're gonna get some really good fucking performances from that?
Yup.
Yeah, Ronan and Pugh. Yeah, I can see why they were nominated. They put on a show. Emma Watson. I don't know. Emma didn't do bad for her role. She wasn't. I mean, she was kind of the sister that didn't have the most screen time, which I'm kind of. She was probably okay with after all the Harry Potter series.
Yeah. But she was still really good.
She was
Like,
still really good.
yeah.
Like the one scene where they go to the is it the ball or
Yeah.
whatever they're doing, for her to find a husband eventually. I think the one thing I think I like throughout this is and I'm learning Chalamet just plays dicks. He just a fucking dick through any goddamn film. Specifically any directed by Gerwig. Because he was a dick in Lady Bird, like big
Oh
dick.
man.
And this one, he was a dick pretty much throughout until basically the end. So I mean, I overly enjoyed it. Music's great, story's
Oh
great.
man.
I didn't really have any lag issues. I'm trying to think of anything that I really had a problem with. Um, there wasn't really anything. I can't think of anything unless you bring something up and I go, yeah, that.
I love this movie, man.
Yeah.
When I watched this for the first time, I was just blown away, man. I was like,
You wouldn't
wow.
think, yeah, for something with 7 adaptations, you'd be like, are they going to
Well, the
really
thing is,
try?
like, okay, she did great with Lady Bird,
Huh.
but now she's given a bigger budget. Like, not like
And
significantly bigger, but this is a medium-sized
well,
budget.
and not just a bigger budget, a very well-known story.
She has to
Like
adapt a book.
a very beloved story. It's had 7 adaptations, it has to be beloved, right?
But also, how do you make this unique compared to
The rest of it.
the other films that have come before you? So I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting to see what Gerwig does with this film, and she does a stellar job, bro. She grabs performances from everybody that are like significantly like beautiful, man. Like
Yeah.
they're fantastic performances. They all do such a great job. I mean, like even like Laura Dern, bro. Like I love Laura
Oh,
Dern in
she
this
was
movie.
excellent. In the short time when she was on film, she was fucking excellent.
Yeah. Um, of course, Meryl Streep always shows up, to work. So there ain't nothing else to say about Miss Streep. But like even Bob Odenkirk, when he just gets there, you're just like, it's fucking Bob Odenkirk, and he
Yeah, it
goes,
was like
"Oh, my
that was
Little Women."
unexpected, but that was nice.
Yeah,
Chris Cooper, who plays Timothy Chalamet's father,
yeah,
really good for the little screen time he was on there.
yeah.
I
Ev-
especially when Beth comes over to play and he's just
Oh,
sitting there remembering his daughter. And then when Beth passes away, and that just whole interaction with Cersei, um,
yeah,
I mean, like those were some stellar scenes.
yeah, yeah. I loved all of that, and of course, yeah, Timothy Chalamet does play another douchebag, and
But like, do I think the boy's brokenhearted because he really
yeah,
wanted Joe, and Joe just at that time, I mean, did not want to be in any relationship, and he ends
yeah,
up with the second sister and uh, Florence Pugh's character, and
who,
it's yeah. I mean, it's just it's rough watching that. But then maybe the one thing I have maybe a slight issue with, but it's not really an issue, is at the end when the dude is like, "Hey, this needs an ending to the story," and
yeah,
then that's when Louis Garrel's character, Frederic
yeah.
shows up, and it's like, okay, did that happen, or is Joe still like just have a house with cats?
I think Joe has a house of cats.
Yeah,
You can get the idea from when she's like, well, she doesn't want to marry, and she's like, well, what, we need an ending that sells, not an ending that's like good and stuff, and
yeah,
that's why it kind of like changes at the end. I think that she never went. I don't think she ever went to the. If she went, did she just what's it called? She missed the train. The
yeah,
train already had left.
yeah.
Um,
That was the feeling I was getting. Like, I'm like, I don't think this is the actual story at the very end. Maybe the rest of it was real, but that ending was fictional.
yeah. Plus, oh my god, the cinematography is fantastic. It's shot entirely on film. Steven Spielberg was actually the one who convinced Greta Gerwig to not shoot this digitally, to go for the film route,
Yeah.
and it helps the movie out a lot by making it look very like old timey. It very much creates the atmosphere of like 19th century
Oh yeah.
Northeast.
And then you have Europe thrown in there too.
Oh yeah, oh fantastic, and
Mm-hmm.
the the freaking the costumes, man.
Whoo! Excellent.
Yeah, I love the costumes here, and everything looks so good, man. It's just a beautiful story too, man. They just like it's so well paced that Gerwig is able to take you through all these different parts and able to switch between the past and the present so seamlessly.
And yeah, and you're not confused about it either when it does that. Maybe for the first instance you go, hey, what happened there? And then you kind of get used to it.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't have anything really to complain about. I think that if I put this up against Lady Bird, I think that I give the slighter edge to Lady Bird because hey, like Lady Bird's her first film, and she just
Yeah,
blows
for
me the
being her
fucking
first
away
film,
with
Jesus
that.
Christ. I mean,
Yeah,
but for this, like, it's
it's
excellent.
fantastic, man.
It's excellent.
Fantastic. Yeah, I can 100% see why they gave her all the money she's gonna get for Barbie, and
Yeah,
Greta Gerwig has it for directing, man. She's incredible, and I think she's a great writer and a great director, and she has so much promise, and I can't wait to see where her career goes after Barbie.
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I think that first of all, I honestly, because I'm looking here, and apparently this Little Women's part of an unofficial trilogy with like another book called Little Men, and then the third book is called Joel's Boys.
Hmm.
So honestly, man, if she wants to do Barbie and maybe do another sequel to Barbie, have her come back and do a sequel to Little Women by doing
Give
the
her
Little Men.
give her a trilogy
Yeah, because like honestly,
of
man, like I
an
wanted all.
1868 novel.
I wanted more of this cast, bro. That's the thing. It's like I
Yeah, this
I
cast
just
is excellent.
I didn't want to get away from them, bro. Like I loved
I
being together with all of them, and
I mean, and how they through makeup and this hair, how they made Florence Pugh go
yeah,
from like a little kid to
yeah.
just an adult. It's like, what the fuck?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
that's how freaking amazing she is, bro.
yeah, I mean, there's no CGI to that and nothing. I mean, it's just a different hairstyle and some makeup, probably. And then she goes from what, like a 12, 13-year old to an adult who's
20.
getting married to Timothy Chalamet's dickhead of a character.
Yeah. But like this movie once again was another like this that year was Midsummer and this one that she came out in. And my God, bro, if you couldn't see the fucking range on this woman, she's
Yeah.
such an incredible actress. Florence Pugh is so special, and I cannot believe that that she in her small career she's already received what's it called she's received a nomination for this role and I'm pretty sure there's more to come because she is just
Yeah.
that damn good. It
She's Black Widow's sister.
makes me so excited to see her in Doom Part 2, bro. Yeah. But Brad, any final thoughts before we go into the final verdict?
Nothing's really coming to mind other than a terrific movie. If you think this is just a movie about four women and their feelings, it's not. It's
No,
actually really terrific.
it's about it's dude. There's a big part of this film that's about the Civil War.
Yeah.
Like there's such a big discussion about like the union and all these things, and especially the treatment of women at the time, and how like Saoirse Ronan has that this big like thing where she's like, I like that's the part where I was like, okay, she's gonna get a nomination where she's
Did
just doing all these. She's saying like women aren't just beautiful and everything. She's like, and I want to write, and I want to be successful, and she goes, but I'm so lonely. She's
yeah,
like, but I'm so lonely. And I was like, oh my god, you got me there. Like that. That was where I was like, if I was a voter, I was like, there you go. That nomination's right there for you.
but for the Florence Pugh's character, that moment where she's talking and she's asking where Timothy Chalamet's character is, and the lady's like, "Oh, he's already left." And oh, her aunt. She was talking to her mean ass aunt,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, he's already left." And just the look on Florence Pugh's face when she tells her aunt of she turned down, uh, whatever the fuck the guy's name,
Uh,
Fred, or what's
who
his
was
name?
that? Chalamet?
No. She turned down,
Oh, what's his name? Frederick.
no, not Frederick, uh, Fred Vaughn.
You're talking about the Frenchman?
No. The Frenchman's Frederic. Fred Vaughn's the really tall who she was dating,
Oh, yes,
and then
yes.
Timothy Chalamet was like, "Don't marry him."
Yeah.
Like I got like when she said like he left, and she was like, "Oh, I said no to Fred Vaughn." I was just like, "Yeah, Timothy Chalamet's character is a really big dick."
Yup. And
Because
I loved
I was not
it.
expecting him just to be back.
And I love the when the French guy comes in and he starts getting jealous and he's like, "Who's this?" It's like, "Oh, I'm Teddy." And like,
Like, who is this?
it's like, oh, and then Florence Pugh's like, "Calm down, like, let her have this." Like, it's like, oh, now you want to get all defensive and stuff. You went on
just
like,
just get the
pro-
damn horses, Teddy.
yeah, like Teddy probably shouldn't have gone and married her sister, bro.
Well, he didn't know Joe's feelings would change.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. But
Although
Brad, what
I
is?
did love the editor in this when he's like, well, why didn't she marry him? And it's like, well, he married her sister.
Yeah,
It's in the fucking book, dude.
the book, bro. Yeah, Brad, what is your final verdict on Little Women?
Little One, I'm going to give a 9.5 out of 10. It's
All right,
good.
Brad. Yep, I'm right there with you, bro. I am at a 9.5 out of 10 as well for Little Women. I loved it, man. I give just a slighter edge to Lady Bird, but I love this movie and I loved it on a rewatch. I'm happy that I was able to rewatch it for this because I forgot just how much I love this movie.
Yeah, this movie's fucking fantastic. And with
Fantastic.
that cast right there, it's not surprising.
It is not at all. Everybody came to work. Every single person came to work. And with that said, this concludes our review of Little Women. We want to thank you all so much for joining us. As always, you can find us at thenerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore underscore, Instagram at the nerdcore, patreon.com/the nerdcore. For $1 a month, you get this episode live and early for anybody who listens to it on Saturday afternoon, Central Time. But of course, it's just $1. You go in there, pledge that
Mhm.
dollar, you get this podcast live and early before anybody else. You get the vault, all those cool stuff. And of course, if you want to talk to us about Lady Bird, if you want to talk to us about Barbie or Little Women, check out our Discord link in the bio and comment on this video below. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss a single review that drops on the channel. And of course, if you're listening to this on the audio side of things, please leave a 5-star review. It would be very much appreciated. Brad, of course, we want to thank our Patreon supporters. Without them, it's not possible. And of course, we got to tell them about a special person named Shane.
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/xsrk or on Twitter at thriftedil or go buy something from the Suppy God at prisoncityvintage.com.
Thank you to our producer Shane for producing this podcast with your
Cheers to you,
wonderful
Shane.
patronage. Yep. And of course, we will see you all on Monday live for the patrons and early, on Tuesday for the public. As we continue our Christopher Nolan reviews, we're going to be discussing Inception. So, Brad, you better get started to work to watch that tomorrow and Sunday because that motherfucker is long. And with that said, Brad, let's go ahead and get them out of here.
All right, our own theme and host, as always, thank all those who eventually join us in chat. Thank our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And this episode is I Deserve Nice Things No Matter Who I Marry. Young Yoda out. $50 for silk? Bitch, we on a tutor salary. What the hell?